Hi there, this is Peter here from Spiritually Guide Me. So I just wanted to come on and do a quick video and explain my new wonderful spiritual evenings that I'm doing. So let's just get the first stumbling block out the way, price, because some people think it's a little bit expensive. And first off, I get it. I understand that. Because when you're looking at these spiritual events now that everybody sort of does and puts out there, the average price tends to be somewhere between around about average £20. So mine just seemed to be a little bit OTT. But let's just have a quick think about this. So if you go to one of these events, the average sort of numbers there are somewhere between 40 to 100 people. Sometimes the bigger events could be a lot more. So think about it. There's 100 people there. There's one medium. You're there for just an hour and a half to 2 hours. What are the chances of you getting a message? It's absolutely slim to zero. So I've created something a little bit different, a little bit unique, and a little bit special. And it makes a wonderful evening because I'm guaranteeing everybody that comes to my evening gets a message. But they don't just get a message, because what I'm doing, I'm kind of creating here like an intimate evening. So I'm only booking in a small number of people because I don't like doing big events, to be honest. I like doing more personal ones because I seem to connect with people better and they seem to interact with me better. So it really works for me. So I'm doing something roughly, say, my maximum is 16 people, okay? But it doesn't matter if there's only 10 people, I'm absolutely fine with it. So let's just say we've got 16 people there now for average. And the first thing that happens when you get there, I'll explain what I do, how I work, and then I invite you up to my table and I'll have a row of crystals laid out on the table. And you come up and you get to choose a crystal. Now, I can explain these crystals, what they're about, so you can see what sort of perhaps works for you, perhaps something you may be suffering with or want help with, sort of with your well-being, or you can just look at them and just feel what draws you. So, for example, I did an evening last night in Nottingham, got these beautiful amethyst agates. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So that's a lovely healing crystal for all your aches and pains. Got this beautiful black obsidian crystal with the 7 chakras on, and that clears negative energies and repels negative energies. Then we got rose quartz, which is good for attracting love. And then here we've got clear quartz, which is basically covers everything in a sense. And these are raw, really good quality crystals. And on my website, I sell them individually, and they cost about sort of roughly about between 10 and 15 pounds. So straight away, that's half the cost of what my evenings. So I don't know if I mentioned how much my evenings cost. They cost £30 a ticket. So straight away, that's like half the value. But some of them only cost £10 or just under. But still, you're getting a crystal. Then I guarantee everybody gets a psychic or spiritual message. And then I also go round after and everybody gets a tarot card message and an angel card message. And those cards that I give out, you get to keep them and take them home with you as a remembrance, so to speak, and perhaps for you to look back on to sort of help guide you. And then also at the end of the evening, as a group, I do some natural healing, natural spiritual healing with the crystals. So you're getting basically a crystal. Everybody gets a crystal. Everybody gets a psychic or spiritual message. Everybody gets a tarot card message. Everybody gets an angel card message. And everybody as a group gets healing. And all that is jam-packed in the evening to take a wonderful, amazing night and good value for money. So that's what you gain from me. So it's very unique, very intimate, very special, and you're going to get something. Or if you wanted to, you could go along to the other medium show down the road, psychic show, and you can just sit there and hope you get a message, and the chances are you don't. Now, yes, it's nice to sort of sit there and listen to what goes on and what the other message is. Yes, I get that. But isn't it nice for you to get something? So with my evenings, you do. So it's set at that premium because that's what I need to cover things for me. and to make it work for me. And I'm happy with that. So it's sort of income wise, it's not as much as some of the bigger mediums I get, because they go in there just working for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and perhaps coming home with £1,000. I'm getting nowhere near that, absolutely nowhere near that. But that doesn't matter to me. I'm not bothered about that. What I am bothered about is me getting my value and you getting your value. And this is what it's all about. So everybody gets something, and it makes an amazing evening. So hopefully now that's answered a few queries. I hope you kind of understand now what you're kind of getting with my evening and why it's set at that kind of price range. And hopefully, you know, you can come along and benefit from it and enjoy it and get a lot out of it. Well, not hope, I know you will, but I just hope you feel it, and I'm sure you will. So I hope to see you at one of my next venues coming up near you. Thank you. Bye-bye.